So I'm doing a story, and it's about a survey came out and said like more older Americans are coming out of retirement, returning to work. So I spoke with like a local economist, and these type of stories is like, yeah, inflation has gone up, or that kind of things. People didn't realize like the cost of retirement. So yeah, I kind of wanted to maybe get some insight from you guys. Um, you know, did you realize maybe what it was going to cost um, to retire, to try and find a place to live? Um, what has your guys' experience been? Trying to prepare for retirement, like what that looked like.
I wasn't really thinking about retirement, actually. I was a single mom, and I expected, my children to take care of me. But then they had their own lives, and I didn't want to burden them with that. So I went looking for a place to live at, and this is where I came at. I couldn't live on my own.
Yeah. How about you? What was kind of your experience maybe trying to prepare for retirement, or maybe something that was surprising to you on the cost of retirement? What's kind of your experience been?
Well, I wasn't gonna, I didn't want to retire, but with the sickness I had epilepsy, but I was taking care of someone else at the time, and then I just got put in here.
Yeah.
And I really never had time to save up for retirement.
Okay. Are you guys surprised by the idea of, people not having enough money to retire or needing to return to work? What are your thoughts on that? Does that surprise you, or is that something you're like, you can understand?
Well, it kind of surprised me because people don't really prepare for this anymore. It's just costing too much. Well, I think.
Yeah. What about you?
The disability, I could never go back to work again because of my disability.
Mm-hmm.
I have a hard time walking, and I couldn't live on my own.
Were you surprised at all on what
I was surprised about the.
what maybe like some advice for younger generation or several generations? There's people that are teenagers or 20-year-olds, and then there's those who are 50. Maybe they're a decade away.
Just prepare yourself for the, you don't never know what's around the corner. Just prepare yourself financially for the future.
Yeah, because you can't rely on family to take care of your life. You have to do it yourself. And if you think they're going to do it for you, they're not.
No, you're not going to do it.
Because they got their own life to live.
Yeah.
So you just got to go forward.
Okay.
And that's all you can do.
Just save what you can now.
Yes.
Until it happens.
That's great. I think that's basically everything. Was there anything else that you wanted to add when you heard kind of what I was talking about? Did you have any other thoughts, anything like that?
Not really.
Not really. Just basically,
You just gotta save up money.
Save up for yourself.
What you can.
Yeah.
You gotta at least put probably couple hundred a month in savings. Otherwise, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble.
It's a little bit of time because you can't depend on your kids. We raised our kids to be independent on their own.
Yeah.
And nowadays it's not like that.
Do you guys mind if I ask what you did for a living? What did you do? Mostly.
Most of my life I worked in the fast food service, customer service. I worked at Mercy Hospital for over 17 years. I worked as a manager back east in 7-Eleven for over 18 years.
Okay.
And before I retired, I worked as a truck driver for On Track. So I was a delivery driver.
Okay. What about you?
Me, I was more of a laborer. I just worked at oil fields. I worked doing just about everything. And then before this, I worked as a mason in Texas. I was a mason. masonry bricklayer. And I did that for quite a few years, and then finally my back went out, and all kind of things started happening.
Went downhill from there.
Went downhill,
Yeah.
and that was my life.
They say life comes at you fast.
It does. It comes and goes real
Enjoy it while you
fast.
can.
So while you're young, you enjoy it because it comes too quick. Age.
Enjoy it and prepare.
Yes.
Yes, you got to prepare for it, and it's getting hard for people.
Yeah.
The way the world's going, it's going too quick.
Yeah.
They change times.
Okay, you guys, that should be everything. Thank you so much. You guys